Well there, hello, and basically I'm doing another video which hopefully will get uploaded by the time basically tonight. So I would have done this in the afternoon, which is a Sunday, and by the night hopefully it will be uploaded. And the purpose God, I'm trying to say these words anyway. The purpose of this video is, well, it's a subject that I don't think I've talked about anyway on here, and it's the word letter, or letters. Because I was reading a newspaper today, and they were talking in there about letters. That the art of writing a letter, the letter has gone throughout the window on a lot of occasions. And it's actually been like that for a long time, because I remember when I used to work basically in a supermarket, and I would write letters. And basically, the manager would come in and he'd be like, "You're still writing letters?" Because he always, he said to me, everything's done electronic now. Like, do you not bother sending emails and things like that? And I do send emails, but I'm very much in the letter mode. I absolutely love sending letters now. Of course, it can cost, because it depends on where you send your letter to. I mean, it's not like you're just going to send a letter to somebody. I mean, it varies. I mean, if for say you buy a stamp, I don't know how much they cost, but if you buy a stamp and it's going to cost you, say, 50p, then that 50p stamp might be to send a letter to, I don't know, somewhere down the road. Not necessarily Peterborough, but to somebody who might be living in Oxford or Sheffield or Norwich or Blackpool or Newcastle or Plymouth or London or anywhere else basically for that matter in the UK. But if you're sending a few letters out, it can cost, because you might send a letter with, as I do sometimes, I make mixed CDs, and there are mixed CDs that I enjoy making because they're great and I share them with people, and I could be sending letters to Austria or America or wherever, and you've got to think about the cost that it might well be. But I love letters. Now, of course, the more letters I get, the more I store them somewhere, because I don't always get rid of all my letters. Even with Christmas cards and any other kind of thing I get in the post, if it's from a friend, I don't normally like to get rid of it. I mean, it's probably a bit silly on some cases, because he's got like a Christmas card that's probably got nothing in it but something like, "To Matthew, love from wherever," or whatever it is. It might not be anything special in that message. It's just a simple "To Matthew from so and so," or "love from so and so." Are you thinking, well, why do I want to keep that Christmas card? I don't know why, but I love the idea that I can send letters out to people, and I do that myself. And it's something that I still think that we should still be doing. I mean, it's a bit sad really that, you know, and letters are still widely used in a lot of things. I mean, they might not be widely used in everything, but they're still widely used in a lot of things, you know, obviously when people have to send letters out. But it's the handwriting thing that gets a little bit slippy, because you look at it, or I look at it like this. Yes, it can be quicker to type on a computer or a laptop or something, you know, when you've got a letter to type, but nothing beats a handwritten letter, provided you've got good handwriting. My handwriting, as I've been told, is very good. However, it can be bad, and that's when basically I write quick. I can write things quickly and it can be a bit sloppy, and it's like I'm rushing it and that kind of thing. But when I take my time, you know, when I write a letter and take my time, it's wonderful. And plus, letters to me is also something that I think, when you write something, although it can be done in an email, it can be typed, it can be written out. I can say something and I'll be like, I'm saying it in detail. And I also have letters because some people don't use, well, they don't use the internet as much as maybe I think. And that is why I still have letters that I send, because some people are still sending me letters where they're not online as much as maybe, you know, like I am, and therefore I get a letter that would be written to me. I mean, I write to somebody in Austria. Basically, we send mixed CDs to each other, and he doesn't. He's on the internet, but we don't ever speak on the internet. Basically, it's all communications through the letters, and that's what we do. And I still think that is a bit of a sad thing that, you know, there's a lot of people that don't really send letters anymore, and it's a bit like Christmas cards, because we're coming round to Christmas, and that's a sort of dying art as well. I think sometimes that people don't send Christmas cards, even locally, and you know, it's something what I do send a few Christmas cards, and you know, as I said, I send letters, and usually in our household we send Christmas cards to a few people. Sometimes we have neighbours and so on. We just write down. We write down our names possibly, but we don't put it on the front. What we do on the front, we would put something like 258 or something like that, which means that. Sorry, but the people who live at number 58 are going to get Christmas cards. Oh God, I think I've got a bit of a hiccup problem. Hiccup Joe is the name I made up. Give me a minute, I need to take that. Not a minute, I mean a couple of seconds. I think I need that because we're getting a hiccup. And I don't like having hiccups. Hiccups are like, oh, terrible. Usually when I hiccup, I burp. I know. Not very nice of me, but there you go. I can't help it anyway. But anyway, so yeah, so I just think that is a bit of a shame that we have a dying art in this country, and possibly in other countries, where people are subject to electronic things, as in electronic email. We can send an email to somebody, we can tweet to somebody, we can text somebody, and we don't need to worry about sending a letter, when really I think letters are great. Letters are good. They're good letters, because years ago you had letters, and before you even had these things like emails and that, just think how people would basically communicate. If it wasn't by the phone, they'd send a letter, wouldn't they? And you'd have love letters. So I just think that it's nice to get letters, and I like sending letters, and this is what this whole thing was all about, the letters and things, and the dying art of it. And there are still people out there who are, and plus it's not only the letter side, but you can add things to it, you know, little things that you can send, because it's that little gift that I like to receive as well. And I've had that many times. People might put little things on your letters, you know, jazz it up a little bit, you know. I just think that's brilliant, and I love the idea. And one thing before I do wrap this video up, there's one thing I also did, and it's spurred me on from a friend who sent me a letter, but it was an envelope. She made an envelope, and basically on it she put, oh, you're gonna love this. But it was like made out of magazine. An envelope that had been made out of like magazine cuttings. And I thought it was so good, I made my own. I got an issue of Kerrang magazine. I took, say, a page out of it. That could have been the news page of it, or it could have been a page that had like reviews of CDs. And what I did is I made it into an envelope. Because you can do that, and then when you put your letter into it, what a nice jazzy way of sprucing up an envelope. Anyway, I will speak to you all later. Keep tuned, and I've got more videos to come up in the near future, so stay tuned, and bye for now. Oh.